Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of Food for Thought. Of course, not everything in the reading will resonate with you, so I encourage you to take what does and of course leave the rest. However, if this resonates, or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right into the energy here, Holy Spirit. What are the messages here for the collective energies? Wow. Someone is daydreaming about a connection that was once had, that should have been celebrated, appreciated. This energy is daydreaming about you. So it seems someone is daydreaming about running into you, seeing you, sending you love, or getting back together. Someone is thinking about or daydreaming about trying again. This is someone who wants to try again, but they know there is too many hurtful words. There is too many things left unsaid. And they also feel like something still hurts. Someone feels like something still hurts after juggling or disappointing you. This is someone who knows something still hurts after the disrespect, going in and out, not being consistent. This is someone who fell into a space of falsehoods. I feel the lies are starting to confuse them. Whatever they're trying to juggle or forget is starting to play a toll on their mental space. This is why someone is confused when it comes to the energy of love and whatever they're trying their best to cover up. I feel like this is someone who knows they made a mess of things. They're thinking about trying again, but they're also thinking about the mess they made. I feel this is someone who is wanting to cover something up, but the energy of love is different. Things are not the same. And this is why something still hurts, or they can't stop thinking about how they confuse something by believing or creating falsehoods. I feel this energy was very inconsistent with you, but very consistent when it comes to drama, disrespect, even gossip. Someone was throwing shade at you. Now someone could be trolling up late at night. I feel someone could be up late at night thinking about the accusations or thinking about how they cheated themselves in life. Someone knows they wasted a lot of time fighting with you or doing the deeds of the devil. This is someone who knows they stressed something out, or this is someone who is now stressed out because of the drama and the chaos that they created. I feel something has become a very messy situation because of something that has been left unsaid or something that has been said behind your back. But I feel someone is now out of options and they're wondering if you still care. Someone knows they really screwed something up when it comes to the chemistry. I feel like this is someone who is now thinking about how they could have scored something bigger with you, but they played themselves by investing in the wrong things. The way they chose to think about you or even themselves is now taking a toll and creating issues when it comes to their mental space. I feel this is someone who wishes they never tried to cover something up. I feel there's a lot of damage when it comes to the things they said behind your back or some type of situation that they created, because now things are too messy for them to clean something up. Something could be set in stone, or no one's believing anything they say. Wow, this is someone who is always telling half-truths and no one is truly believing in them or believing a word they say, and this is why someone is stressed out. They know they cause too much drama. Someone is feeling like it's too late. The now and never has already passed, and this is why someone is completely stressed out, because they feel like you no longer have eyes for them. Someone feels like you no longer want to focus on them because it's too dramatic. But I feel someone's dreams have easily turned into nightmares because they were too afraid to give in or too afraid to love. I feel this is someone who wasn't seeking the guidance, and now there is unresolved issues that's causing them to be stressed out or feeling like they're losing their mind. I feel like this energy is going in and out of a state of clarity somehow, but they're still hiding from you and flirting with a state of disaster. Someone is still not changing their sneaky behaviors or their wicked ways. Someone is still pretending they're innocent, or someone is acting like a baby when it comes to what they're saying to others, or the negative thoughts that are running through their head or running through their mind, because something isn't right when it comes to this situation. Someone is hiding something, and they're hoping you don't know the full story. Someone is hoping that you don't know their full hand in a situation. Someone is hoping that you don't see a truth here, but someone knows without a shadow of a doubt they lied to you. They lied to you or lied about you, or even both. Someone knows they caused distress by trying to drain you, control you, put things in your head, because now this energy is stressed out because they know there's trouble ahead. There's a boiling point here because someone knows there's a lot of evidence. This doesn't have to be you knowing a clear story about someone, but I feel others around them, they do. There is clear evidence about this energy, and this is why something has reached a boiling point. Someone is also wondering what others are saying about them. This is why they're in and out of clarity, in and out of reality. This is why someone has retreated, because something is hard to understand, or someone is refusing to be clear about something. Someone is refusing to be clear about how they blocked you out, because now they're feeling blocked out. This is someone who is hard to figure out only because they're pacifying something. They're not wanting to understand or even believe they got caught. Someone is not wanting to understand how deep something goes when it comes to their trickster ways. I feel there's a lot of evidence when it comes to someone who feels like they have the master plan. They feel like they have everything figured out, but I feel they're shocked. Someone is shocked on how you moved on or how they can't return, but I feel they're all in their head about it. There's too much distance, and someone is dealing with their own addictions, their own weaknesses, and they feel you're being cautious because of that. Either you're cautious because of what you know or what you feel you don't know, but regardless of the fact, I feel you have a good intuition not to be a part of it. I feel this is someone who doesn't like the fact that you are cautious because they're wanting to send a message of love, but I feel they think you're protected, or they feel like you're too busy. And this is what's causing them to not be motivated to come clean or even reach out to you. I feel this is someone who is not motivated to reach out, call, even though they still have a lot of love for you. It's just not coming out in the right way. Someone is so lost. Someone is not knowing how to love without wanting something in return. So I feel like this energy is acting cold because they feel like something is hopeless. I feel like this energy is trying to get out of their head about a situation, but somehow, some way, they have made you the enemy in some type of situation where they're not wanting to see you as the victim, when I feel this energy clearly made things impossible for you to bear. I feel someone is stressed out because the jig is up. They got caught. Someone is trying to backtrack, retreat, but I also feel they're daydreaming in their head about shortcomings. They feel like in some way they have taken an unfair loss, but I feel in so many ways they just got caught. Let's get some final energy here from another deck. Holy Spirit, what are the messages here? What are the messages here for the collective? So in so many ways, it seems like this is someone who is running, but also running out of excuses to create distance or pretend that you're the issue or the problem. But I feel this is someone who just doesn't want to be center stage in a situation. Something that they've created where they're being vague about the truth. There's no boundaries when it comes to this energy. Wow. but I feel they have no issue with crossing the line. I feel this is someone who doesn't want to be center stage in a situation, so they have tunnel vision on what is being wasted. This is a missed opportunity when it comes to someone who has a very narrowed mindset. I feel this is someone who is in the public eye, or everyone is watching them because they're starting to see that something was a false reality. Someone was sold a pipe dream. Someone was using others to create some type of storm with you. I feel this is someone who knows they wasted time with a karmic counterpart, or wasted time being deranged. This is someone who was spellbound when it comes to interfering with other people's lives or being damaging to others, but they're intentionally being blinded and being vague. This is someone who is reluctant to even confess to their betrayals. But it also seems like they're dying for others to start to trust them. Low-key, this energy wants middle ground, but this energy does not want to be center stage. This energy has tunnel vision, but it's causing them to be blinded to a truth when it comes to the pain they have caused. This is why someone is low-key being vague about their fixation. Almost in the space of being unsounded, deranged, when it comes to something being tainted. So for many of you, this energy is in a space of sadness and sorrow because they feel everyone believes they have dark intentions, but I feel this is someone who is just a hurt person, just hurting other people. They're trying to seem unfazed or unbothered, nonchalant about being blocked out because I feel you're not the only one at a distance from them. I feel there is distance from them and other people because of their betrayals. They're misaligned. There's no alignment, no stability. Someone is also overdoing something behind the scenes. This is someone who just can't get a grip. Someone cannot get a hold on things. They're lost in a false reality, not realizing how far they have fallen. This energy is coming out as having no remorse for their wicked ways. They have yet to even ask themselves why, and this is why everything is going up in smoke. Because this energy chose to cross the line. This energy chose to have no boundaries, and this is why they've been alienated. And I feel like it's been a long haul and a long run for someone who is not able to reunite something with you. Someone burned a bridge. I feel like this energy doesn't even have karmic connections at this point. I feel they are out of options, and this is why they're feeling alienated. Lost in their own madness and deception, and this is why their mental state is distorted. They can't rest and they have no peace. I feel like this is someone who is trying to get a grip, but I feel they're lost in some type of false situation or reality where they have blocked themselves from a truth, blocked themselves from the truth of interferences and betrayals. Someone is still blinded, and this is why they're stuck in a state of madness that has now become center stage. I feel like this is someone who has no true balance but needs a sense of stability. This is why they're daydreaming about what they once had or what could have been. I feel like this is someone who is blinded yet also blocked and blinded on purpose because they're in a state of denial. I feel this is someone who is believing that they're standing their ground or standing up for self, but this energy is being pushy and over aggressive because of their own sensibilities or void, emptiness in life. I feel this void is causing them to be nostalgic, reminiscing on how to feel something, fill the cup, fill the void. But someone is still blinded, and this is why things are still coming up short, and this is why they're still coming up empty. I feel this is someone who didn't grow, didn't prosper. So I feel like this is someone who is nostalgic and reminiscing about a soul tribe, the support, the assistance that was given. They're trying to get a grip on things and wanting to have middle ground with you, but they're not wanting their past behaviors or betrayals to become center stage. I feel this is someone who is just wanting to move forward. They're not wanting to lose their position, their dominance. Someone is not wanting to look like the weakest link. But I feel their tears will not get them out of this. Someone has lost a lot by not having a high sense of self or trying to take others down because of that. But as I said before, there is no balance when it comes to someone who has distanced themselves all because of their own beliefs or false reality. This is someone who has made you the enemy. However, there is a shift here. Because this energy is having a lot of trouble with their mental space, their emotions, their thoughts. But as I said before, it's all because of what they feel and what they choose to believe. And this is why someone is getting caught up in their own delusion and false facts. Something is unstable. This energy has violated in a big way. And even in a space of being volatile, this energy is sitting in pride and self-absorbed, and this is why they can't get their mental space in check. I feel this energy is thinking about the wrong things, which is status, respect, and reputation. This is someone who is wanting to keep that alpha energy, that courage, and that dominance, but I feel that is all lost, all out the window, especially when it comes to the lack of understanding and respect. I feel this is someone who still can't be transparent with you, and this is why they're not able to share their feelings. They're lost for words when it comes to something that is unspoken. There's also unsent messages here. So I feel like this is someone who is lost for words, and they're not being transparent because of what has been dark, or their blackened hearts, what is scorned or corrupted. I feel this is someone who is still masquerading or disguising themselves behind secrets and lies because they are still chained and not releasing something, yet they are at a crossroads. A decision needs to be made, and whether they go right or left, someone is still having to deal with those consequences. I feel this is someone who is at a crossroads when it comes to being vocal, expressing something, speaking up. But I feel this is someone who is still in a space of disillusion. So it seems like there's a loss of words because something is dissolute. This is someone who has abandoned something because of their trickster ways. But it's because of the dirty games and the mind play that there's a shift, a change for a new perspective when it comes to someone who is clearly blinded and choosing not to focus on the truth. This is where the denial is coming from, and this is why there is a shift and someone is at a crossroads when it comes to a masquerade. I feel this is someone who is only thinking about the prestige, the status, and how others view them. But I feel it's their blackened heart that is causing everything to be unstable. As I said before, this energy is giving in to the falsehoods of things because they can't face or deal with their own reality, their vanity, their prideful ways. Now someone is unbalanced because they were fixated on the wrong things. The wrong things in life and even the wrong things with you, because now someone can no longer manifest, as I feel things are now in a space where they're having to deal with the karmic cycles and the cause and effect of their choices and their lack of respect, honesty, and truth. I feel this energy cannot rest, they cannot manifest, and this is because all things are coming back around. Because now that things are coming back around, someone is starting to see that it won't be so easy to get others to see them in a different light. I feel this is someone who has a lot of dark thoughts in their head about how something is wasted, and they could be fixated on these negative thoughts or these unresolved issues that they feel like is too out of control or over their head to fix. And besides the fact, I feel this is someone who just isn't in the business of fixing things. But I feel breaking things is definitely what they do. But I feel the fact that they have retreated and sacrificed so many things, this is why there is trouble ahead. As this is someone who has had a hard time distinguishing fact from fiction. All because of their narrowed mindset. I feel like this is someone who is now thinking about what is lost or what cannot be gained. This is a missed opportunity, regret, remorse, guilt. Someone is dealing with a guilty conscience. Someone is dealing with a guilty conscience because they couldn't give into a rebirth. This is why someone is flirting with a disaster when it comes to patience and commitment. I feel this is someone who is still watching, but also realize something is already separated. Something has already been the last straw. This is why someone is having negative thoughts about how they were juggling you, breadcrumbing you, or causing drama in a situation where there should have been love and respect and stability. Now something is no longer a safe space, and someone is seeing your distance and your silence as an offense. Someone feels like you're being disrespectful on purpose in some way, and this is why there is no communication. I feel this is someone who missed an opportunity because they felt offended, so they couldn't communicate. They held back because they were being stubborn, rigid. They failed to compromise. I feel this is someone who failed to compromise when it comes to a transformation, inspired action. This energy was being bold when it comes to defensive mechanisms or coping mechanisms, but they still put in no effort. Now there is no foundation. I feel there is no foundation when it comes to someone who was careless about their betrayals, their deception. Now they're dealing with unfamiliar emotional pain when it comes to temptation, weaknesses, and loyalty. I feel someone feels stuck now, stuck in some type of facade, illusion, a masquerade where someone was pretending to be unaware, blinded, clueless to their manipulation. I feel someone was trying to pretend they were oblivious or unaware to slick talk. But I feel this was all due to the illusion someone was trying to keep up. But I feel there's too much damage now. I feel this is someone who feels that way, but for many of you, you feel like all that is necessary is changed action and truth. Yet this energy is paranoid that things are overdue, past, bringing something together, so they're hiding something, concealing something when it comes to their shady behaviors. And this is why it always seems like they're mad at you. But I feel they're being stubborn with everyone right now because of their burdens, obligations, responsibilities. I feel this is someone who is wanting to abandon something, walk away, but there's too many sacrifices, there's too many losses. They can't walk away now, so they're in solitude, dealing with their judgment, hoping to be vindicated, but there is no vindication for the guilty. Wow, there's a lot of confusion here, because now that they can't control their thoughts or get any type of sleep to refresh their mindset, they can't help but to recall or remember the truth the way that it is. This is why someone is going through so much chaos in solitude, because they know what they abandoned. They know what they stranded or destroyed. And this is the true burden that they carry. I feel there's a final decision that is being made when it comes to the truth, clarity, insight, illumination, and someone is being embarrassed by it. The truth is coming out regardless, and someone's humiliated, disappointed, shamed, stressed out because of the drama and the trauma that they caused. Now they're stressed out over the memories. I feel like this energy is stressed out over the memories, the petty fights, and the damage that they caused intentionally and also unintentionally. But I feel this is someone who is stressed out over the vision. They're in their imagination, hoping things are not as damaged as they are, but clearly they know the truth, and this is why they can't get the past out of their head or their heart. I feel something is shocking because something is a risk. You're dealing with a risk taker who needs to go through a rebirth, but they're still trying to orchestrate something. I feel this is someone who is in a very damaged space, all because of the missed opportunities, the guilty conscience, and even the embarrassment of it all. Someone feels like it's just too late to retract or turn back. This is why they're in their head, because they're still in a state of illusion, stuck, bound, attached to their own mess and betrayals. I feel there's also third-party energies here that is keeping them in a space where they feel they can't compromise. There's attachments here that are causing them to feel like they are safe or they can hold back. But I feel they're about to experience some losses that they thought that they would never have to take to finally understand the cost of their betrayals. I feel like this is someone who is offended because you're not a fool. Someone abandoned something or threw something away believing that there was no potential in it. And this is why they chose not to compromise, because they thought they were investing in something bigger or better. I feel this is someone who is going through a lot of setbacks and losses for holding back or even believing you are a pushover. But I feel this is someone who is having explosive rage or a distorted mindset because they miss you and they're overloaded by something. So it seems like someone is overwhelmed and having a sinking feeling because of the path they chose, because they realize now they went down a very dark path, because they had hidden motives, hidden feelings, emotions. Someone is worried about stability or the state of home. This could also be their mindset, because this energy is hard to tame, because they were trying to trigger you. Someone is hiding from you. Hiding because they are embarrassed, because they took too long to see something. They took too long to commit. They took too long to be loyal. I feel this is someone who was trying to burn away the evidence or convince others of their ability to win, or the fact that they're not the guilty party. But I feel them trying to force something, cause something to be revealed unintentionally. This is why this energy is being inconsistent, hot and cold, because they were trying to orchestrate something that got out of control, out of their hands or over their head. Now someone is left to question. Or this energy is now questioning all of their mistakes and choices for pulling some type of disappearing act, playing with your mind, trying to play with your head and even your heart. Someone is now realizing they only betrayed and hurt themselves by trying to hurt you or anyone else. I feel there's a lot of painful endings here because someone was pretending to be blinded to the truth. Someone drained you or depleted you and others or other energies because they were acting delusional, still not wanting to perceive or receive something. Someone is still stuck behind a false mask or a false identity where they claim they can't recall the truth. But I feel this is someone who knows the truth. They have plenty facts, but they won't admit it. They won't step into it. I feel like this is someone who doesn't want to be blinded by their guilt, so they don't give into it. This is why someone is having restless or sleepless nights. Someone can't get their mental space in a productive mindset. I feel this is someone who just doesn't want to feel guilty about testing the boundaries, repeating patterns, or involving the innocence. Involving the innocence of others. Someone was manipulating something by pretending to be innocent, but was truthfully betraying the efforts and the energy of others. I feel this is someone who has snake-like vibes when it comes to getting others on their side or recruiting others to be on their hate train, but I feel they're becoming overly aggressive or defensive. because they are disconnected and never satisfied. This is someone who's consumed by their emotions because they can't get things together. There's mood swings here. And for some of you, a very small few of you, this energy could be bipolar, and this is why they can't get their mindset in check. There's also dark attachments for someone who is vibrating immature vibes. But that's all because things are replaying in their heart, soul, and mind, which could either be good or bad. But either way, they have still failed to realize their true part in this, or they're just not wanting to see it, as they're only remembering bits and pieces so they don't confuse the truth with their own false reality. This is why someone has gone down a dark path and they're overwhelmed by dark attachments and immature energy, as they're starting to get tangled up in their own web of lies or dark energy that they have created as things are falling apart due to their past coming back to haunt them. I feel this is someone who doesn't truly believe in karma. Someone never thought that they would be paying the consequence for their actions, and this is why they just went silent. They disappeared, hoping to be blinded to the truth forever. But I feel something is now played out when it comes to someone going down a dark path. In fact, I feel something has faded out. Something has faded out when it comes to someone who feels left behind. They feel bitter about it. I feel like this energy has allowed their denial to be bigger than their pride, which is why they can't resolve their issues, sleep, or even eat, even though they're the scariest thing in this nightmare. I feel this is someone who has become bitter, playing hide and seek because they know that the both of you are on different pages. I feel this energy feels safer in solitude, not realizing that it's pushing them to the edge when it comes to delusion and false ways of thinking and being, as I sense their destructive ways of thinking or their destructive tendencies have them believing that they're the victim, so they continue to see themselves as the martyr. I feel like their destructive tendencies has them talking crazy, on the edge, and playing the martyr when it comes to all this drama. I feel their finances have been affected, and I also feel they are feeling like there's too much distance, there's too much talk about them when they're the ones who's used to talking about others. I feel this is someone who is full of drama, but all about the material things of life, and this is why they're driven by the wrong things, but also codependent on the attention that they desperately seek. So they try to control a narrative and wanting others to feel sorry for them, but I feel the kind of sorry that they're getting is not the kind of sorry that they're seeking. I feel these energies are more feeling sorry for their situation and their mindset more than they are feeling any type of sympathy. I feel this is someone who has manipulated things for too long, and now they're feeling like they're a loser or they're just unlovable. I feel this is someone who has played pretend in a situation and didn't really understand the true value of loyalty and respect until it was no longer on the table. I feel like this is someone who could be projecting their issues. I feel this energy is projecting their issues and trying to protect their heart because they know something has faded away, and this is why they're overwhelmed. This is someone who feels like you won't meet them halfway after what they have done, and it's causing them to deal with some past wounds. Past wounds that they have yet to heal, as they are lurking in the shadows and still acting foolishly because they're going through a transformation period. This is a painful transformation period where someone is borderline depressed or even in a state of mind where it seems like they can't be reached. But I feel this is someone who is just going through a dark night of the soul when it comes to being empty or faking their happiness. This energy feels blocked out and trapped by their own lies. But I feel for many of you, you feel what's done is done because they are never telling the truth. It's hard to believe a word they say, especially after you offered a way out or you extended an olive branch. This energy is also in a space where they're stressed about that because they feel like you'll never offer that again. Now they're replaying everything and they're stressed. I feel this is someone who is replaying how they had hidden motives, or they're replaying how you may have evidence. Or they're just thinking about how they turned their back, ignored the signs, and kept secrets about you. Because now that you are no longer consumed by the idea of love, or you just need time to heal, someone regrets the fact that they made you wait, or they pushed you away. I feel like this is someone who is thinking about how they pushed you away because they wasted too much time with these trust issues and cloudy judgment, because now they're triggered. They're triggered and consumed by what others think, and they're stuck in the past about how they were fighting at all costs with you. Because now that they're feeling empty inside, they feel like they can no longer fake it. Someone feels like they can no longer fake the pain of playing victim, pretending that they are the martyr in this situation, because the distance is starting to affect them. Someone has been pretending that they don't care about you and how others think of them, but they truly do, because it's starting to eat away at them, and this is why they're replaying everything, trying to figure out who has the evidence and who knows what. But I feel they're always going to come up short because they can never even remember all their lies. And this is why they are coming up short when it comes to remembering the details. But I feel those that they have hurt remember everything. Wow. I feel those that they have hurt knows that they are lost, but it still doesn't keep things from being painful or keep things from hurting. Yet fortunately for you, there is no sleep, there is no rest for the guilty. I feel there is no rest for the guilty, as their dreams have now become their nightmare. Now that you are not consumed by the idea of love, someone is regretting the fact that they turned their back on you. Someone is regretting the fact that they turned their back on you, or they acted like a fool, because now they are regretting their surroundings. They can't trust, they can't depend on anyone. And they regret being that themselves. This is someone who is in their head because they feel like they are not the chosen energy here. They're haunted by that. They feel trapped by that. They feel trapped by the lies they told, or the fact that they refuse to change, or they refuse to be tamed. Because now that you are healing, or even finding a way to survive this, someone's curiosity is getting the best of them. I feel this curiosity has become a state of torture for someone who has many faces or plays many roles in life. I feel this is someone who has a sense of unrest because of the portal or this situation that they have opened up. Because someone knows that something is off about their mental space, but they're refusing to believe that they may have a disorder or they cause things to become out of order. But in so many ways, they know time is up. This is why they can't find a sense of peace. Someone can't find a sense of peace for raising hell or avoiding a truth. Someone is in their head about being cut off, not just by you, but also by others. As I feel this intense shift has them paranoid. They can't sleep. Someone's going through a state of insomnia. I feel because they can't sleep or get their mind right, this energy is in a mood, and someone is just refusing to reach out or even make the first move. But I also feel in some cases, this energy could be so ashamed to contact you. They could be trying to reach out in the 5D. So it seems like someone could be trying to connect to you in the 5D. This is a dream state. This is in a reflective state of mind where for some of you, them reaching out to you could be somewhat effective because they can't face you. I feel their emotions are so chaotic and everywhere that you could be getting a bit of their energy. You could be also in a space where there's a sense of unrest because you can't sleep at times either. Because this energy is energetically trying to reach you because they can't fathom the thought of actually facing you, communicating effectively with you, resurrecting something with you. Someone feels like your guard is up after something has obviously faded away. Someone feels like there is a shift and something is too wounded or broken and they're feeling like a fool. This is where the nightmares are coming from. The losses, the sacrifice, the wounds that have been left untreated, the chaos, the trauma bond, them hiding the pain, them trying their best to punish you and acting holier than thou. Something is catching up with them and someone is seeing something for what it is. And they're just wishing it didn't have to hurt so bad. Because at this point, these nightmares of trying to punish or trying to get away with something strategically is now the pain of their existence. There is true regret for the choices that they have made because now that time's up and they're going through this painful transition for keeping secrets and causing pain. Someone is realizing how detrimental or painful this punishment can really be. Because now that cycles have changed and they are still the same, this energy is starting to believe the pain that they have caused has now become their own torture. I feel this energy is definitely in their head about their choices, but still not able to effectively communicate about it. This is why someone's curiosity is also playing with their state of mind. It's almost torture to think about you because they know they can't have what they want with you. This is someone whose state of mind is starting to become chaotic. For some of you, this energy is lashing out, and for others, they're retreating, holding back, because they know nothing will ever change. So for some of you, there's petty energy of someone talking about you because they know you won't listen, or they're doing it so that you'll come out of hiding and listen or try to stand your ground. But I feel someone is truly hurting behind the scenes as the troubled one. I feel this is someone who has become ashamed of how they treated you. The dignity that was not given, the moral standard that was thrown away. I feel this energy is ashamed of being a bad influence or even those they thought they could trust, because now this energy has shut down. This energy has shut down thinking it's too little too late to explain the fake love, because now they're in a space where they feel they'll never be in a space of closure, and this is why there is no rest, there's no peace, and they can't sleep. Someone can't sleep because they're ignoring a truth that keeps them in a space where they can't admit or even see this shame for what it is. There's karmic partners. Someone knows they got caught up in something, and this is why they're desperate to be blinded to a truth. I feel this is someone who just has too much pride to admit that they got caught up in karmic ways, or they got caught giving fake love. Too much pride to admit they disappointed you or they were for the streets. I feel this is someone who is also not wanting to admit they're a snake in the grass, or they have surrounded themselves with that energy. Please take it how it resonates. That is not for everyone. But this is someone who is lurking because they feel they can't come out of this darkness. This energy feels like they're too empty, they're too prideful, but I feel there's bad news here that has them feeling some type of way. I feel there's bad news when it comes to the damage that they created or how they tried to destroy you, because now they're feeling unstable and they are starting to feel like they can't hide this pain. This is why someone is walking on eggshells trying to deal with their karma, because I feel karma is now raining down on them. However, they were warned. not to step into this cycle of damage. But I feel this energy was too inconsistent to even care. This is someone who was choosing not to level up, and now they're ashamed of their prideful ways, as it is one of the reasons no one trusts them now. I feel like this is someone who was too prideful to change or rearrange their life. And this is why many of you are not turning back after someone pulls some type of stunt, after someone finally showed their true colors and everyone is seeing them for who they truly are. For some of you, this energy feels like you're getting some type of information about them. This is someone who knows that you know enough to not get involved or not invest, but I also feel there are influences around them that are keeping them in a space of distress. So it seems like someone around them is benefiting off the fact that they are in a state of delusion or they're confused. I feel this is someone who could be in a fairy tale about false environments, third parties, family, or even making amends. Please take it how it resonates, but I feel things are moving slowly because this energy has yet to put themselves in your shoes. As I sense this has become a mental struggle for them because of the mental space or the absence of truth in their life. I feel something has been left up in the air, and this is why the two of you have become oil and water, because someone is just not ready yet. Not ready yet to step into their truth. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This energy has become oil and water with you. I feel something doesn't mix. Things have become unbearable, incomparable. I feel like this is someone who has the ability to understand you, but they choose not to. And this is why they're not ready, or something just doesn't mix. I feel like this energy is leaving something in the air because they are still playing games. So it feels like someone has left something in the air because they're not ready to move mountains when it comes to a situation. Someone is still playing with life or playing games. Many of you see them as Houdini, a con artist, someone who misjudged you, someone who is now barely hanging on. This is someone who is clearly ashamed of who they are and who they have become. But I feel they're so stressed out about being left out that they're not in a safe space. I feel like this is someone who is just not in a safe space to love and be loved. And this is why they can't understand, receive, or even realize that the battle that they are truly having is with self. I feel like this is a battle that they've manifested in their life of hurting and lashing out at those that never hurt them, which is the reason why they can't overcome the battles within. Because they don't know how to come out of this madness and cycles that they have created, because this energy has no peace. There's no peace when it comes to a sticky situation that they are now ashamed of. There's a lot of financial loss, and someone is in their head because they never called a truce. I feel this is someone who never called a truce, and they're trying to ground themselves towards Virgo, Capricorn, but there's too much water, there's too much emotion. There's too much emotion when it comes to someone who is pretending that they were not being sneaky or they just didn't want things their way. I feel here with the emotion of water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone is now realizing something is just too awkward. Too awkward, difficult to change. And for many of you, it's just too much to bear. I feel like it's just too much to bear for someone who never truly expected to be on the darker end of things. This energy never thought that they would come out in a situation where they were not on top. This is why they're in a sticky situation, and this is why they always want things their way, because they don't want to be on the darker end of things. But now that things have become awkward and they feel rejected, they just want to give up. Someone now wants to give up now that they're not on top. Things are not going their way when it comes to someone who is being sneaky and prideful. They're also taking losses when it comes to finances. They're truly struggling to rebuild or find their way. Someone is in their head because they failed to call a truce. Now they're ashamed at how others are looking at them, talking about them in the same way they were talking about you. This energy feels like it's just not fair, but I feel they just don't like being on the other end of things. And I feel this energy could be in a space where they're receiving nightmares, thoughts, and nosy people urging them to resolve their issues and repair their losses and even their spirit. I feel like this is someone who is getting a lot of information from people that they would rather not talk to or even think about, but I feel they can't escape what's coming their way, whether that is bad advice. Someone just can't explain what they're going through, because now that everyone is moving on or moving past them, they're wanting to get some type of sympathy for how far they have fallen, but I feel they have only fallen this far because of their own lack of effort. There's delusion here, mental battles here. Someone is really creating their own friction. Someone is creating their own battles, but they're still blaming others for their shame and their pain. I feel this energy is stuck in a space of daydreaming because it's the only way that they can feel they're getting their way. Because in reality, they're not getting anything for the battles and the chaos that they have created. And the only reason they're feeling empty inside is all because of pride. And all that fake love. All that fake love that they were choosing to give. I feel that is all that remains when it comes to the cycles and the mess that they created. This is someone who now feels that they can't explain. They're going through all of this pain, restless nights for the many faces that they carry, the insane chaos that they have committed themselves to, because now that they can't sleep, someone's starting to shut down. I feel like this energy can't sleep because of the nightmares, and for many of you, your dreams, your abundance, your growth has become their nightmare, as they know you're fully capable of being your best self somewhere else, while they can't cope or even continue to believe that their misery doesn't need a little company. Yet I sense it's the fact that they know any offer or apology could never be bold enough or louder than their disrespect. So much so that they are definitely in their head. I feel like this is someone who is in their head about things, and one of those things is you. As many things that they can't be grateful about, or even the things that they can't undo or even understand, is a true reason there's no reflection, no relief, or no rest, especially at night. Someone truly can't sleep. This is someone who thinks about collaborating with you. They are also getting signs and synchronicities to reach out. There's memories of nostalgia. I feel there's also something playing on the radio that is reminding them of you. There is smells, there are people that are reminding them of you. This is someone who is wanting to bring in a sense of promise, but someone also knows that you're not wanting to get mixed up in something. You may also even see them as a bad influence due to the wrong crowd or the people they have invested in that are holding on to them tight. But they do think about celebration, but they also think about how they got caught up. caught up in the delusion and confusion of all of this. I feel this is someone who wanted you to just give into the program, the narrative. But I feel they're not reaching out. They're not reaching out because they know that you've had enough of their sneaky ways. And because they are unsure of what you think of them, playing you or playing with you, causing trouble and causing painful experiences for you. This energy has convinced themselves that you may be holding a grudge, all so they don't have to acknowledge a truth when it comes to you. Someone wants to feel that you're the bad guy and they have to be this way, but they don't. I feel this energy feels like they're alone. And I also feel that's adding to the confusion as well as the delusion, as this is someone who knows who they have become. This is someone who knows who they are, and they know that it's no one else's fault but their own. But they're in a space where they're snapping in and out of consciousness, or in and out of a space of reality, delusions that they have created to have a healthy sense of peace, or what they believe to be peace. Just to have a moment of clarity where they finally see something as a good thing. Wow. But I feel to have a moment of clarity, a true space of peace, someone's going to have to do things from an authentic space of kind words and an open heart. But I feel this energy is just not ready to come from a space where they feel they can be weakened or vulnerable. So I feel like they're alone, reminiscing, looking through photos, letters, or text messages, knowing that you're done, you've had enough, you're turned off, and protecting your energy. Someone's really in their head about you protecting your energy. Protecting your energy when it comes to the pills and potions of life and toxic energy. Someone should have just listened to you. Listened to life, listened to their heart, because they would have found their way. Wow. I feel like telling the truth or having an open heart would have definitely taken them a long way with you, because things are starting to get to a point where they know they can't avoid something. They can't avoid you. They can't avoid the losses, because they can't get rid of what it's done. But I feel this energy is shocked. This energy is shocked at the fact that they're now getting a taste of their own medicine. But I feel it's the fact that they can't face you, or even a true sense of the true reality of their sins and weaknesses. They've become too comfortable and relaxed, believing without change and effort, seeing things for what it is only a trap. This energy doesn't want to be trapped by being vulnerable to their issues, so they're refusing to put in effort and change, because they don't want to see things for what it is. This is why there's no rest, there's no peace. But I feel they should have listened. They should have listened to their heart. They should have listened to the universe. They should have listened to you. Wow. I feel like this energy could be in the first steps of something, but whatever it is, it's up to them which way they go. I feel this is someone who wants to find that peace, but they're still doing something over and over again. This is mean girl energy of someone who is immature. Someone who is doing things in a way where they're only repeating cycles, not listening, not learning, only receiving instant karma. I feel like this is someone who believes everyone is against them, when I feel they're only setting themselves up to fail. As truth and honesty about the past and the present just might be the only way to find a sense of peace or even a good night's sleep. Because for all the people, places, and things they negatively affected, their mind, body, and soul will always feel a sense of restlessness because there will be no peace. I feel like there will be no peace when it comes to someone who will always be searching for something that they'll never find. I feel this is someone who is shocked that hating on you didn't pay off, because they're shocked that they are heartbroken and miserable themselves now that the ball is now in your court. I feel the ball is now in your court when it comes to a situation and someone is not wanting to plead or even apologize to gain a sense of connection or even a middle ground. Someone that's just too prideful to see a truth or even change. But I feel that's going to all backfire. Them not listening, hating on you, not putting the pieces together, or just doing something over and over again, not seeing a truth. Someone is going to get a taste of their own medicine that they're not prepared to take. Because they are doing the same thing, expecting to get different results. But I feel the universe is about to make a true believer out of them. Because now that the ball is in your court, when it comes to a heartbreaker, someone who is not even trying to do their best, it's all going to backfire. I feel like it's all going to backfire with someone who doesn't have the fighting chance if they don't get their spirit and their soul right. Because I feel this is someone who has so much deep emotion about reappearing or you not looking back, that their trust issues and financial losses are causing them to feel like they're going to have to continue some type of facade or put on some type of show so they don't have to show their emotion. So they are hiding their emotions and having a stone cold poker face, believing that they're staying in their lane when they're really, truly blowing an opportunity. This energy is staying in their lane and you're just minding your business as something is going up in smoke. Something is going up in flames when it comes to something that they destroyed. Because in so many ways, it's all going wrong because they lost direction. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and it's gained some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.